Welcome to Get Real with Eddie, where we delve deep into the world of real estate with your host, the designated managing broker of Exit Real Estate Specialist, Eddie Ruettiger.
Good morning once again. It is Wednesday morning and we are talking real estate. And we got special guests once again, but of course, as always, Nancy Vallee from Exit Real Estate Specialist is here. And our guests today are none other than Jenna and Joe from On Target Home Inspections, 708-274-7279. If you need to book a home inspection this minute, how are you guys?
Good.
It's been a while since you've been on the show.
It has.
I know. I was thinking about it yesterday. We had a guest last week, and when we booked the last week's guest, I'm like, I need a guest for next week. You know, it's a new year, new seasons, new everything. And I'm like, Jenna and Joe haven't been here in a while.
Yeah.
Because we were all getting the itch.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There was an itch. So usually I use a cream, but that's another story.
Some things we just don't need to know about you,
We are
Eddie.
multi-purpose.
Seriously.
That's what we
Yeah.
are.
Itch cream is not something we specialize in, though.
It's not a specialty.
That's good to know. Good to know. How about these 7 budget-friendly projects to boost your home's value? I saw this and I'm thinking, oh, this has Home Inspector written all over it. Because how many times do you find problems with some of these issues? And the number one thing they had, I have to agree, is paint your front door. I remember back in the day when the Great Recession was going on, there were so many front doors that were just like sun beat, peeling paint. Do you run into that a lot still?
I do. And I mean, like, from our perspective, aside from just protecting the door from, like, sun and rain and things, there's really not much we have to say about that. But from a realtor standpoint, I can see where it just really, it tells the whole story about the house before you even walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Really just makes it stand out.
Well, and you figure you're stopping to unlock the door. So you're doing a code, you're this and that, you're unlocking the door. What do your clients do? Your buyers are standing there looking around. They're looking at the door. They're looking at the porch. They're looking around. I mean, that's where you're making your impression.
Yeah.
So it's really important to make a good first impression. Why
And
not
that
a
really
nice
is the
door?
first impression.
Yeah.
It really is.
Why not?
Even from the street, you see it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're walking up to the house. If you got a beautiful door, everybody's like, oh, let me go in. Let's check it out.
Second, to help your value improve is update your cabinet hardware. I think I can see that because it gives it a fresh look, clean.
Oh, absolutely. Updates it.
Now, going back to the home inspector side, how many times do you see cabinet doors hanging off?
I'm going to say about 1 out of 5 times.
It's
It's a lot.
And that amazes me.
Yeah.
You think that's an easy fix?
I usually fix it myself when I'm there.
I can see you doing that.
Just because it's going to nag you when
well,
you
they're
leave.
even hanging off, but they're actually just missing the hardware themselves, like missing the handles. You know,
Yeah.
That's
Or they're crooked.
huge.
Do you get a lot where they're just, you need to just adjust
Like a
it?
screw.
Just, yeah.
Mhm.
Just adjust that a bit.
Where was I? I was at the office and we had a handle at the office where the screw handle was loose.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there just pushing pressure on the back of the screw trying to tighten it up because it was driving me nuts.
Yeah. Oh,
it
that makes
drives
me crazy.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
couldn't live like that.
Another aspect, now we're getting into some really nuts and bolts per se, installing new flooring.
Yeah.
New flooring can really, really make a house stand out. And I don't think it's not as expensive as it used to be. There's some pretty low cost.
Man, these luxury vinyls and stuff, oh man, they're really nice.
It all started with Pergo.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did. And they realized that was not the greatest of product. And the product has improved year over year over year.
Well, and the competition has come in, and now prices are very, very reasonable for a really good, strong product that looks nice.
So is it installing or refurbishing old hardwood floors?
I would say they're calling installing. Me personally, I'd rather see a hardwood floor.
Yeah.
you give me an original hardwood floor, but you got to remember, most of the houses I lived in, my first property I owned was 1940s.
Well-
All right, so I had that standard 1-inch gorgeous oak floor throughout the whole house. And then the house we have now, I know there's hardwood floor under it. It's the 60s style where it's those narrower beams.
Yeah, but if you
Planks?
sand that down and give it a good gloss, that could be beautiful all over again.
Tell that to my wife.
Yeah.
Well, or if you can sand
Is
them
she
down.
listening?
Yeah.
Because my old house had the original hardwood floors. It was a 1920s vintage house, but they had redone the floors previously and they were trash, so I ended up having to cover them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
It
trending
happens.
all over social media, though. You see people like ripping up their old carpets and old flooring, and then like uncovering this beautiful hardwood
Oh,
floor.
yeah.
Well, the cool thing about hardwood is like almost more so than any other floor. If you take really good care of it, it will last you decades.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
still look
yeah.
great.
And the other, the thing with my wife is most of the hardwood is not in our like family room or living room. Our living room, we have a hardwood. We put it in ourselves. And it's got a deep red oak that we put in. The original hardwood that is under the carpets is mostly in the bedrooms. And she does not like having hardwood floors in the bedroom. She wants carpet. She wants that warmth. And she wants, because she gets cold.
I'm like that too, though. Like I just like the feel of it in certain rooms.
I can understand that, and I get it. Where people don't want it in every single room.
Well, and it helps with sound, too.
Yeah.
Like in the bedroom, it'll quiet the room down.
That's
too.
true.
Sure.
That's very true.
Love to not see carpet in the bathroom, though.
Yeah.
Oh, been there, done that.
Trend is
I
out.
Been
do
there.
see that from time to time.
Pulled that up.
We had carpet in this house in the dining room, and it was white carpet.
Mm.
My wife, that was the reason we have hardwood floors now. She's like, who puts carpet in a dining room? You don't.
Especially
White.
white carpet.
Right.
And not only was it went through the dining room, through the living room, and up in front of the front door.
They had no children, obviously.
I don't think so. Or they had children, but they were all older.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just made no sense to either
I
of
had
us.
pink Pepto-Bismol pink.
Oh, that's
Shag.
As was the style.
Yes, as was the style. Shag in the bathroom of one of the houses.
That's
In my
lovely.
first house.
I don't
Yeah,
think
that needed to go. I had 2 boys.
Did you have a pink Pepto-Bismol tub to go with it?
I did not. I had white, but I had pink Pepto-Bismol tiles. Those pink plastic tiles.
They used to make toilet paper to match that too. I don't think they do it anymore.
I remember the toilet
Yes.
papers where it was pink and green and blue.
Or blue, yellow. Yeah,
Colored
you could get
toilet
colors. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I lived through that.
Proving the American public will buy anything.
Yeah.
Colored toilet paper. Why? Why?
Because it was just,
It's all ending in the same spot.
it was so elegant.
Only on the A side.
It was a color statement.
Paint or stain the cabinets is another great way to update the kitchen, increase the value of the home. Choose a versatile color that complements the rest of the space is essential for when you're staining. I love stain cabinets. I know everybody is so anti-wood right now. Everybody wants white, paint it white, paint it white.
Not me.
I like a stained cabinet. I like a wood finished cabinet.
Same. I don't like white cabinets. The same like white dining room carpet. Like white cabinets in my kitchen, it's gonna get real dirty real fast. And I
Yeah.
clean it all the time.
I dig the two-tone, like the light on top, but then the darker on the bottom.
That's very
It's
cool.
That's
actually dirty from like, well,
Yeah.
yeah. A house full of kids too, and their handprints everywhere.
Yeah, that's why you do the
Yeah.
dark on the bottom.
Yeah.
So
We went last week. They had a fundraiser for my kid's school at the skating rink, and he just came home filthy.
Oh yeah.
He was
Oh, yeah.
sweaty and dirty and just
shower.
everything. It was his first time roller skating, so he was falling all over the place.
Oh man.
Oh, it was horrible. At the beginning, he was having a meltdown because he is such a perfectionist. I don't know where he gets it from.
Gee, I wonder.
Yeah, no clue on
No,
that.
it's
You got
not
all three of
me.
us looking at you like.
Yeah, like
I am not a perfectionist. He has to be perfect right out of the gate. Right out of the gate. And I'm like, dude, you have to learn the skill. Anyways, but no, kids are dirty.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
are.
They are dirty. And I don't, that's another reason why white cabinets, I have no interest.
Mm-mm.
I really don't. So
From a home inspection standpoint, though, like painted cabinets and stuff, I mean, obviously the paint that we make is definitely safer now than it used to be, but I mean,
do you see a lot of those cabinets peeling though?
yeah.
Not unless I'm in a really old house. Like I'll see a lot of flippers now. Like when they're doing house flipping, like they'll paint the cabinets rather than getting new ones.
Yes.
And it really does restore them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like the lower to mid quality ones, I'd say.
We were in one. I was just in one 2-3 weeks ago, and even my client turned around and said they needed to sand these cabinets down more, and they needed to use a different paint because the paint they used was it was almost like a flat wall paint.
Oh, yeah.
You need
There-
wood paint, don't you?
There's a specific paint you want to use. You just don't want to use any old paint when you're painting cabinets. And it was a very flat. There was a lot of little things in this unit when we were going through for the flip, because it was flipped, that were just Like I literally took my finger and put it behind the wall, behind the countertop. There was that much space.
Gotta love the landlord specials.
I mean,
Yeah.
So,
so
the all-time worst inspections I ever do, and we could spend a whole radio show talking about that someday if you'd like.
We should. We
Good
should.
Lord.
it amazes me on the aspects. You get some people that are flipping that you can tell put time, care, and pride into it,
Oh, some are great. Yeah.
and there's some that just it literally is lipstick on a pig.
Mhm.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to watch for. That's where you come in, Joe, as the home inspector. So for those that don't know, by the way, Joe is the actual home inspector and does the whole inspection. Jenna does everything else. Runs the company,
Pays me to tell him what to do, pretty much.
pretty much. Runs the company, runs the website, does the charity work, which you guys, we need to make sure.
Charity work too.
Well, this is true.
Yeah.
So, but you get everything arranged for the charity events.
So I'm head of operations.
Yes.
And then I do growth and marketing too.
Yes. So, they just an amazing team. I have to be honest.
Thank you.
You're
I feel the
welcome.
same about you guys.
Another update that will help is add ceramic tiles. Ceramic tiles are classic and widely available at home centers and tile stores, and they are perfect for bathroom, kitchens, and fireplaces. So that is one of my upgrades I want to do in my house, because above my fireplace, it's the only place in the whole place, there's wood paneling. 60s wood paneling.
Oh, yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to either do like a shiplap or a wood, or just get rid of the wood paneling at some point.
It's almost old enough now. It's going to be back in style soon.
No,
Yeah.
does not matter. One day it will be gone.
When's the last time we got a chimney scan done?
Oh, it's a straight gas fireplace. So why would I need a chimney scan in an all gas fireplace?
Does it vent out the wall outside or out the
It goes out the roof. Goes straight up out the roof.
So in that instance, we're gonna, like, for us, we offer chimney scans, right?
Okay.
So we're running essentially a camera up through the fireplace to the roof. And we're going to look for any kind of nesting animals. You're going to look for any kind of debris or anything that might be like blocking any kind of ventilation. So even with gas, you can still get it.
disconnected joints, things.
Yeah.
Like that.
So there you go. That is why you get it. Because you would assume with a gas fireplace, well, I don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
But
But if it's going out the roof, though, there's a very, very possible probability of animals nesting in there. And
Well, and how often do you use your fireplace?
we use it periodically. It depends on how much toys the child has around the fireplace, honestly. Because like right now, he has a fort next to it. So he has decided to build a fort. And, my wife and I are both of the opinion it's his house too. And let him have his childhood.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I have a very dirty, messy house, and most of the time it's because of the 8-year-old.
Except for your cabinets, because they're not white.
Yes, no, the cabinets are good because they're not white. So my carpet isn't white either, but that's also because of the kids. So that is what needs to get changed. I'm going to give him probably 2 more years at this point.
This lovely brown carpet. Oh, it was white originally.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was
You
white
move
or
the
not.
furniture, and it's, yeah.
Beige now.
Yeah.
That was my first house. I had Pepto-Bismol pink carpet. But
Yeah.
when I looked at it, it was like a light brown. And when I came in, all the furniture was out. It was no longer light brown. You could see where it was actually a mauvish color. They smoked that much.
Wow.
I ripped that carpet out so fast, and it was so nasty
Ugh. Yeah.
to find the hardwood underneath.
Nice. That's
Oh.
a nice surprise.
Oh, it was a huge
That
advantage. So, and you know, and that's still my rental property to this day. So, this is an easy fix, and that I think does a lot, and that's new light fixtures.
Yes.
Just changing out the light fixtures.
Light fixtures
20,
are a
40 bucks a
house's
light.
jewelry.
Yeah, they are. I agree with that.
I mean, that-
100%.
That is how to think of it. So you need an update in your jewelry. Who doesn't like new jewelry?
Yeah, although I'm not a big light person in my house, I'm definitely like a lamp and like
Mhm.
you know, dim lighting kind of person. But I still like the fixtures that I have in my house. They've all been recently updated, and it's nice to walk into to see.
Yeah.
So
Those are
Absolutely.
nicely updated. And so get a dimmer switch, or you know.
Set the mood.
I'm not a big light person.
Well, you can't just get a dimmer switch because both the fixture and the switch
Have to be dimmer.
have to be
Right.
dimmered. So,
But like we have the dimmer switches set so you hit the button and they'll gradually go up to a certain point. So if
Yeah.
you like it dim, and they'll re-dim down. You don't even have to. Yeah.
A lot of the light switches now, though, too, they come with the remote control.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
you're seeing
you
that.
don't even have to get up and walk anymore to the wall.
You gotta get you one of those clappers actually with all the kids in the house. Once they figure that out, it's gonna be like a disco in there all the time.
Yeah.
You're actually. Let's go to the next step. You don't even have to have the remote control. A lot of them now will tie to your phone.
Oh, yeah. You can tell them, like, it
Yep.
lights off.
Yep.
Thermostats and stuff, too. You can
Yeah.
control everything from your phone now.
Oh yeah.
My
Oh.
thermostat's on my phone, which is, let me tell you, great. Because when I'm in bed and I'm cold, I do not want to get out of bed to go turn it on. I'm sorry, no.
We have every bit of electronics hooked up to a main home system now. Thank you, my nerd husband, who has everything. You can, and he'll sit there on his phone and just control the whole everything. From the pool to the lights to the TVs, everything.
We did encounter at an inspection, it was actually in Lockport, maybe a year and a half ago, where they had that thermostat and like everything was all hooked up to the phone, but
Yeah.
it was a vacant house and the Wi-Fi was turned off, and we
Oh.
could not.
Sorry, we can't
Properly.
touch this.
Yeah, you can't
We
touch
couldn't
it.
properly inspect the mechanical systems in the house because of that.
Oh,
So
that's a good point.
yeah,
Good point.
It makes it challenging. There's no doubt about it. I mean, because if you don't have Wi-Fi with everything tied to Wi-Fi, how do you make it work?
right.
Yeah.
I mean, really, how do you make it work? So, the last thing they have is add carpet. Install cozy carpet into low traffic areas like bedrooms and to create a comfortable space. Hence why my wife likes carpet under her feet. She wants to be cozy all the time. So, anything else? I mean, that are really that what I would say is something that's low cost. One thing they didn't touch on, in my opinion, is the outside fresh plants.
I was just gonna say landscaping can go a long way.
Yeah.
$500 to $1,000 in landscaping can just change a look of a house.
Absolutely.
I mean, it can change a whole look.
Yeah.
So,
Even using 2 colors of mulch and doing highlighted areas and stuff, you can create some really interesting landscapes. Just mulch, you know.
Yeah.
see, and I'm the rock person. I like stone over mulch. I don't like mulch.
But here again, you
Yeah.
can use different kinds of stone
Stone, yep.
to create patterns and
Mm-hmm.
you know all kinds of stuff.
I've seen some really pretty images of like, well, from a home inspection standpoint, right? Like our bigger concern with any kind of shrubbery and, you know, gutters and all that is like proper drainage for the water.
Oh yeah.
I want to go back on the mulch too for 1 second, and that is, I know there are some local cities that give away free mulch.
Mm-hmm.
Do not use that.
So why?
Because these are from trees and stuff that have fallen, and some of those trees may have termites.
Oh.
So you may be transplanting termites
Good to know.
from one space to your own, which is the last thing you want to do. Not saying they're going to
Yeast, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're disease trees too.
And then they're going to kill
So-
any, like
Yeah.
I said, you have.
Yeah.
That are
Yeah.
buried in it.
So the free mulches, a lot of the mulches you buy in stores or from stuff, it's treated items.
Mhm.
So that's something you can have faith in and be safer with. But the free stuff, while it's free, there could be a cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good point.
I mean, so I've heard that before from other individuals that you want to avoid that those free mulches.
It's interesting.
So
So can't go wrong with rocks then.
Yeah.
that's why I like stone versus the mulch.
And that's what I was going to say. I've seen some pretty images of people that got really creative with the outflow of water from their gutters with like pretty rocks and like it almost looks like a really beautiful little stream.
Yeah, a
going
little
out
French
the
drain.
front.
They do
yeah.
a French drain.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. I want to do some of that too, because my one side I've got. I last summer, or no, 2 summers ago, I redid the whole under drainage, pipes underground and everything, and all of that runoff. So that side, the north side of the house, is taken care of. And we came in. We had a small sidewalk. It's like 22 inches wide. It's the old school with sidewalks, but there was a good 12 inches between the sidewalk and the house. Well, we put pavers in there and just paved it over because it was the north side of the house. There was no sunlight. Nothing was growing.
Does that kind of stuff affect the grading at all?
What's that?
Like, having rocks and pavers and stuff like that?
It can affect the grading depending on how it's installed.
Okay.
And it can also, if you've got pavers, a lot of times the pavers will sink and create like dips and things like that.
I did not do the installation of the paver. I thought about it. I ended up having a professional do it, and they did an amazing job. And it's not moved an inch. The only thing I need to do is buy the stuff that goes in between the pavers, and that should be a summer project. He said every 2 years I need to go through and redo.
Yeah, kind of touch it up.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
fill it back in and stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah.
maintenance is important, and like a solid professional install on those is critical.
Yeah, because the ground was pretty compact and it was there, but I couldn't get it flush. So I tried starting with it, playing with it, and then finally ended up getting a quote and having someone do it. It cost me, I think, $1,000.
Sometimes it's a worthy investment, though, to have a professional come in
Oh yeah,
And if you're
and handle
go-
certain projects.
yeah, you're going to be there and you want it done right. Yeah, what's 1,000? You're going to be there for 10 years and you're not going to have a puddle.
oh, I'm gonna be there longer than 10 years.
Well, I know.
My wife swears that I have to drag her dead body out of this house. So I mean that's what she swears. You're gonna drag my dead body out of this house. So
Guess she likes your house.
Making memories up to the end, that's nice.
I'm serious. It really makes it a interesting scenario. So luckily we don't have to disclose that in Illinois real estate. So, all right. On that note, it just kind of wraps everything up on those topics with those things. The other thing I think is good is just walk the outside of your house too, and just walk your house. If you see something that's broken, fix it.
Yes, please. Like from Joe's, one of his favorite phrases that he always uses, that when it's
I'm just reading my
cheaper
mind.
to-
It's cheaper to repair, or it's cheaper to maintain than to repair, and it's cheaper to repair than to replace, typically.
That's exactly right.
And that's exponential at each level.
Absolutely.
That is absolutely right. So
And we will get into warmer weather soon. So
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
time.
it's a great time to do it and make your plans
Yeah.
for your honey-do list for the summer.
Absolutely, yeah.
Spring and fall are the time, like ideal times to, do any kind of home maintenance work. And I think a lot of times, you put it off. And then you end up with like a very big, expensive problem.
And it's such easy stuff. Just like clean the gutters, patch your brick, your mortar, like that.
Fill
Those kind
in
of
the
things.
pavers
Yeah.
that are next to your house.
Get the moss off your siding.
Yeah.
It's a pet peeve.
Trim the shrubs down, like all that stuff.
Exactly.
all right, we're gonna hit a hard break. When we get back from the break, let's talk about the sales data for Lemont, Illinois. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
Welcome to the Lions Club. Being a lion means knowing that kindness matters. We believe in changing the world by serving the needs of our local communities. More than 1.4 million lions around the world are responding to local and global challenges with kindness and care. Come volunteer with us. Your Lions journey starts here. The Crest Hill Lions Club invites you to reach out to your local Lions Club to learn about how you can be a part of a community and bringing passionate, kind-hearted people together to serve local needs. They build relationships that lead to opportunities. In short, when lions serve, life improves, and the community grows. Grow with us. The Crest Hill Lions Club would also like to thank our sponsors who help with our yearly events, such as the car show and picnic at St. Joe's Park, and those who attend and support our Easter egg hunts, Shanahan Bingo, and many more events. The Crest Hill Lions Club meets the first and third Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. For more information on being a lion, go to lionsclub.org to start your journey today. That's lionsclub.org.
And get real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Are you ready to make your next move in real estate? Look no further than Exit Real Estate Specialists, your innovative leader in the industry. At Exit, we're not just about transactions. We're about building relationships and fulfilling dreams. Step into a community of empathetic, well-trained professionals dedicated to your success. Our Exit Real Estate professionals are more than just agents. They're your trusted advisors and allies in the journey of buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Whether you're selling your home or searching for your next investment, trust Exit to provide an excellent experience from start to finish. Our commitment to putting people first means you receive personalized attention and support, ensuring your real estate goals are met with success. Call us today at 815-823-5478 or visit exitrealestatespecialist.com to learn more. Exit Real Estate Specialists, exceeding your expectations every step of the way.
Stocks may succeed, stocks may fail. Real estate is always there. It's Get Real with Eddie.
All right, let's see what's going on in Lemont, Illinois. The average sales price is up 11.5% to $560,820, while the median sales price is up 12% to $510,000. Original list price in Lemont on average is $605,340, up 4.7%, while the median is $566,950, up 8%. Looking at market time, 51 days on average, down 5.6%, while the median market time is 15 days, no change from last year. So percentage of last list price received, they are getting on the median 98.5%. That is down 0.9% from last year. So there's a little negotiating, while the average is 98.1.6%. Now keep in mind, this is all resale. There is no new construction on these numbers. So a percent of original list price received versus the last list price, they're getting 98.3%. That's down 0.5 on the median, down 0.3 on the average to 97.4. Contract to closed, 39 days on average, up 2.6%. 35 days on the median, up 2.9%. Listings to contract, you are getting 22 days to get it under contract on the average, down 24.1%. So that was from 29. So that's kind of a nice dip there. The median is down 10% 9 days. So Lamont's starting to become a more competitive market once again.
Yeah.
And I know there's some new construction going on in that area. also.
There definitely is. Actually, I think the last couple of inspections that we've done in Lemont were new construction.
Yeah.
So,
Month supply is up to 2 months even. That's up 11.1%. When you look for homes for sale, at the end of January, there was 37 units for sale. New listings were 396 new listings. Your under contract was 243. Closed properties was 237. That's up 11.8%. So you're seeing a move towards Lemont.
Yeah. Strong market.
Showings on average is 16 showings. And the showings per listing was 9.7. That's down to 22.4% from 12.5. But still, I think it's because of the market speed that you're not getting as many showings. When you're looking at showings on average, that's also down 23.8% for showings to contracts. But the prices are up and closings are up. So you're seeing some really good movement going on in Lemont. And, the data's still showing. I mean, prices are up of 11%.
Yeah. They've got a brisk market.
I've been showing in Lemont to a client of mine periodically, and it is seriously been multiple offers on almost everything we're looking at.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's been very competitive. All right, so 3 reasons to buy a home before spring. Number 1, less competition from other buyers. How have you guys been doing? I mean, it seems to be a slow winter this year, a little slower than normal, and the spring market really hasn't kicked in yet.
I mean, we've seen a bit of an increase, especially the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
December was incredibly slow, like historically slow for us on our end, which isn't unusual. Like right around the holidays, you definitely see a dip, I think, in the market overall for everybody in the industry.
We talked about it on the show, and that was, we thought we were going to see we knew the market was going to slow down because of the election. And we thought we were going to see an election bounce coming out of the election. But instead, we saw interest rates take off again and go up, and that really kind of crushed the November, December market.
Yeah, but before we started, when I said we've been going further out, right? So we've seen an increase in inspections, but it's kind of funny because for a couple of years it was consistently Lemont, Plainfield, Homer, Lockport, Joliet, like a lot of inspections in this area. But lately it's been going further out, Braidwood, past Minooka, Wilmington, and all the way out to Kankakee. Like we've been getting a lot of calls about Kankakee lately. And then alternatively, a lot of people are going back into the city. So we've done a ton of inspections in Chicago the last couple of weeks.
Well, you are seeing that. We talked about it last week. We had Tammy Lester from Loan Depot on it, and we were talking about Florida. And you're seeing that people are moving out of Florida because they're getting that back to work. They can't work remotely anymore. I think you're starting to see that locally too, though.
Yeah.
Where they moved out to the suburbs from COVID and stuff like that. But now they finally have to go back to work. I got one client that used to only have to go to the office once a month. Now it's like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
He's got to be in the city. So it's really impacting what he does and how he does and what they're looking at for housing.
Well, and I think generally speaking, the prices in the city are going down, right?
Yes.
Like property taxes are still incredibly expensive, in my opinion, in Cook County. But
in my opinion.
In most people's opinion, yes.
Yeah. However, I think we see a lot of investors too. That's primarily who we're working with when it comes to Chicago. But the suburbs, that's for residents that are just purchasing a house for themselves and their family. They are going further and further out into Grundy County, into Kankakee County.
Yeah. It's huge. It's affordability.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's been slower, but it's just the market is moving into different directions than it's typically been known for.
And in December, we both had applications out to Pizza Hut, but we were kind of kidding. We weren't fully serious about that.
The other advantage you have is because the market is kind of slower right now, you've got more negotiation power. And I think that's one thing that's, not taken advantage of. You need to leverage your negotiations and leverage the advantages you have. You see a house that's got market time, leverage that. if you see a house that, is in a poorer state, leverage that. I mean, honestly, you guys have complimented me multiple times about how when you meet with my clients versus some other clients, they already know, hey, the furnace is probably going to have to get replaced. The water heater's at 10 years.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. Setting expectations helps the deals along quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge, and that's something that I tell my clients all the time. I'm going to rip this house apart and probably tell you not to buy it, and then if you still want to buy it afterwards,
You're going to have your inspector that's also going to come and give you a detailed report.
If you still don't hate the place, then
then
yours, yeah.
then it's the house you want to buy.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the way it should be, because you should know what's going on.
Well, I think for a long time, people felt forced into buying things that they didn't want to buy because of how quickly the market was moving. So in one sense, it's nice that it's kind of reeling back a little bit. People have an option.
There is huge buyer remorse from 2020.
I'm sure.
Huge buyer
Because
remorse.
people were all about the game and winning it, and
Like, I could say with certainty that majority of the calls that we get for like home maintenance questions are people that bought their houses between, I would say, mid 2020 until beginning of 2023.
Yeah, I can see that.
They have tons of questions.
yeah.
And if you have questions, you can reach out to On Target Home Inspection at 708-274-7279 or go to ontargethomeinspections.com. What you guys have another service too that you guys do.
We do.
And what is tell me about your other service.
So, we own a junk removal company. It's our sister company to On Target Home Inspection. It's called Pure Space Clean Out. It's actually Pure Space Home Services, though, because this year we are going to move forward with more general home maintenance type services. Gutter cleaning, power washing, window washing, just the things that kind of correlate nicely with home inspections. You know, some of the things that we were talking about earlier that you want to make sure that you're keeping up on. We'll be able to, sorry, I hit your mic there, offer those services and, make sure that your house is staying well maintained.
So that's awesome, because not only are you guys walking the walk, you're talking the talk and giving your clients a, hey, if you need help with these items or help with these things, that they can turn around and just book you guys to come out and have a crew get the work done. That is amazing.
Yeah. And then the junk removal is something that we've been steadily doing for a little over a year now. And we do both commercial size and residential type junk removals. And we've worked with
Yeah,
one of your
you
clients
worked
too.
with me. And it was a great experience.
I'm glad.
One of my clients too over
We
on the
did.
side.
We worked with both
oh,
of
that's
you.
right.
Yeah,
Actually, the very first job we got came from you.
yeah.
So thank you for that.
Yes,
To
thank
both of you.
But yeah, we're all about just optimizing the home ownership experience. So not just on the buying side, but just kind of throughout the entire experience.
The owning side too.
And that starts with the home inspection, but I think it continues with the maintenance.
Maintenance is so important.
It is. And so many people overlook it. So many people
They
overlook
don't
it.
realize. They just don't realize. I mean, you spent all this money.
Mm-hmm.
You need to maintain it to maintain that value.
And they, what do you say? Step over dollars, pick up pennies all the
And
time.
it's like living in your house. Like, you can get used to looking at almost anything.
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
you do.
So it's just different in your own place.
Including a door that's got peeling paint when you first walk in.
I still
Full
don't
circle.
understand how you could see that. Well, I know why. Let's be honest, most people don't come through the front door.
First of all, that's true.
A lot of people, if you have an attached garage, they're coming in the house via
The garage.
the garage.
Yeah.
So they don't see the front door. They don't pay attention to the front door. It's not a priority for them.
I mean, you still see it though.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Some cases, no, they really don't see it.
I guess.
They see it from afar, but not up close, and they don't realize it. So
If you're not in the space, like, you don't always realize how much of an impression that makes, or how it can even add value to have like a nice front door.
Yeah.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
Again, first impressions.
I mean, for me,
Even when you're not selling, just to have your house look nice.
absolutely. Like I have a wood front porch and I just recently repainted it. It needed it so bad. And it was becoming an eyesore.
Yeah.
And for me personally though, like it was kind of an embarrassment. I'm like, oh my God, my neighbors probably think that.
People just started to park their cars in Jenna's front yard.
Your neighbors thanked you, I'm sure.
Oh, I mean, it does. It just makes it look nicer.
all right, we're going to hit a break here. And when we get back from the break, we want to talk about the smaller homes and bigger opportunities with these builders. So keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from Exit Real Estate Specialists. And Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Welcome to the Lions Club. Being a lion means knowing that kindness matters. We believe in changing the world by serving the needs of our local communities. More than 1.4 million lions around the world are responding to local and global challenges with kindness and care. Come volunteer with us. Your Lions journey starts here. The Crest Hill Lions Club invites you to reach out to your local Lions Club to learn about how you can be a part of a community and bringing passionate, kind-hearted people together to serve local needs. They build relationships that lead to opportunities. In short, when lions serve, life improves, and the community grows. Grow with us. The Crest Hill Lions Club would also like to thank our sponsors who help with our yearly events, such as the car show and picnic at St. Joe's Park, and those who attend and support our Easter egg hunts, Shanahan Bingo, and many more events. The Crest Hill Lions Club meets the first and third Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. For more information on being a lion, go to lionsclub.org to start your journey today. That's lionsclub.org.
Are you ready to make your next move in real estate? Look no further than Exit Real Estate Specialists, your innovative leader in the industry. At Exit, we're not just about transactions. We're about building relationships and fulfilling dreams. Step into a community of empathetic, well-trained professionals dedicated to your success. Our Exit Real Estate professionals are more than just agents. They're your trusted advisors and allies in the journey of buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Whether you're selling your home or searching for your next investment, trust Exit to provide an excellent experience from start to finish. Our commitment to putting people first means you receive personalized attention and support, ensuring your real estate goals are met with success. Call us today at 815-823-5478 or visit exitrealestatespecialist.com to learn more. Exit Real Estate Specialists, exceeding your expectations every step of the way.
It's Get Real with Eddie, where everyone deserves the opportunity of home.
Welcome back. And we're talking the smaller homes that we are seeing going on from builders. Builders have shifted their focus to capitalize on the demand. As U.S. News notes, the combination of higher home prices and mortgage rates has strained a lot of people's budgets. And that's something builders recognize. To this end, they may be leaning towards smaller spaces. That, in turn, can lead to savings for buyers. So you guys do some home inspections with new construction.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah, we have a coming up tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
And, I mean, are you starting to see some small spaces? Because I'm seeing it on the development. It really hasn't hit our market, per se. We're still with the biggers.
But haven't really seen it take hold yet.
All the new stuff coming in is supposed to be smaller, though.
Like how small? Like tiny home small?
No. So
like go buy a shed.
We're talking so we've seen a lot of houses that were 25 to 28, even into 3,000 square foot.
Single family, right?
That's where we're at with the new construction now, but we haven't seen any of the new stuff just coming in.
Where the new stuff coming in, we're starting to see 22 to 25 square feet.
You know what? Actually, I think the new construction that we have tomorrow is smaller. I'm gonna look it up right now to see.
Yeah.
Well, how many square feet it is?
A lot coming in or scheduled to come in that 1,800 to 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're looking at a more smaller footprint and a smaller house. Because I mean, you're talking 1,800. That's a footprint size probably of 900 square feet.
Yeah.
So that really is kind of a small house.
All right. So the one we have tomorrow is actually 2,600 square feet, but that's with a basement.
That's counting the basement and the
Yes.
square footage?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that is small then.
Yes.
Smaller. Yeah.
So
So that you're seeing this trend, and you're seeing this for the affordability aspect that builders are kind of going smaller and smaller, and it's been a trend since 2014. The average newly built home has gotten smaller. Median square footage has gone down. So hold on, I lost my
It
spot.
bounced up a little bit during COVID. People wanted a bigger home.
It did. Yep.
Just because the kids needed space, you needed a space to work out of the house, blah blah blah.
yeah.
Now people are back out in the world.
Multi-housing news notes the growing trend towards smaller homes is evident. These homes are less expensive to build and more attainable for many middle-income families, meeting both housing needs and modern lifestyle preferences.
I think generally speaking, it's probably more economic just even to live in a smaller house as far as like your utilities.
Sure.
True. Yeah.
Oh,
Gas.
yeah, maintenance, all of it, yeah.
Gas is going to be cheaper for heating and cooling. Your electric's going to be cheaper. Your water bill is going to be your water bill.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be based on the number of people that are really there utilizing
How
the
many
water.
loads of laundry you're doing?
So that
How
too.
many showers?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, showers and things along those lines. I mean, but as for the heating and cooling, I mean, that's going to be a lot less. Plus, you've got to keep in mind, these newer houses are so insulated so tightly.
Yeah.
I mean, they've gotten to the point where now they're bringing in fresh air to the house because it's sealed so tightly. So you're seeing that in a lot of new constructions, that there's air. It's not a purifier. What do they call them? Air, like an air.
Vent.
I don't. It's a ventilation system that brings in fresh air, basically. Yeah, but there's a specific name for it, and I can't think of what it's called.
I can't either off the top of my head.
Yeah. So I mean, but you don't see that in older homes because the older homes were never insulated that tight.
No, all the
No,
older
they were
homes
a
we
wind
go
tunnel
into,
to begin
they
with.
don't have enough insulation.
Yeah, they've been wanting to button them up real tight for the last like 20 years or so, and like they forgot about that part for a while,
Yeah, they did.
and it caused problems.
It did. You saw a lot of aspects of mold, and you saw a lot of aspects of illness because you weren't circulating the air. That's the word. It's an air circulator or something along those lines. And it really was a challenge. And that the technology found a way to fix and correct a lot of that. So, because, I mean, they're doing, like, down to insulating around outlets. And, like light fixtures, stuff like that. To get these energy efficient ratings of 97, 98, 99%. So you really
You
have...
really got to button it down tight to get it that.
Yeah, when you're buttoning it down that tight, you got to bring in fresh air.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of stuff too is, you got to keep in mind too, that a lot of the newer furnaces, these high efficiency furnaces and ACs, they're pulling air from the outside too.
Yeah.
So that also helps. So because they're not heating the air per se, they are heating some of the air inside, but they also bring in fresh air from outside. So that makes a big difference. But it just, the new construction trend does seem to be smaller houses. Like Nancy said, some of these are going to be 1,800 square feet.
Yeah. But you know what? It's all about layout, and you can really live large in a smaller house.
You can.
Depending on how it's laid out.
Absolutely.
Oh, definitely. And
Hey.
is that going to change things in 20 years? Because like now you see people downsizing, like when their kids go to college and things. Do you think you'll see less of that?
You could see less downsizing. The biggest thing with downsizing comes into play is staircases.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest aspect. So in those houses that are, 1,800 square feet, they're 2-story.
Yeah.
And so the bedrooms are upstairs. Well, it depends on the mobility factor of getting up and down the stairs. Now, generationally speaking, your boomers are in a way better health and ability to maintain those and do those stairs than the silent generation was at the same age. So with that being said, you're seeing boomers, as we all know, they're staying in their house a lot longer. And there's some talking heads on YouTube and stuff that talks about this mass sell-off of boomers getting ready to downsize. It's coming this year.
Silver wave.
I mean, we have seen with the junk removal, most of our jobs are people that are downsizing,
But
next to family members that have
totally.
had, someone pass away. But yeah, that's something that we encounter all the time with junk removal, or people that are just simply downsizing.
But it's not going to be a giant wave. These individuals think that this generation of boomers is like this, like maybe they act like it's a 5-year generation and everybody's going to do everything at the same time. And it's not. You're talking 12 to 20 year gap, and they're all at different points of their life. It's going to be a trickle to maybe a current, but it's not going to be this massive wave that comes in.
No. And there's not the inventory to, even if they all wanted to go at the same time, they couldn't.
Right, where are they
because
gonna
there's
go?
no inventory to do it.
That's
What
why
are
we
you-
got
where are you
new
gonna go?
construction trends.
Exactly. So where are you going to go?
All right, so let's wrap it all up before we head out of here. What do you guys going on? Because you guys do so much charity work. What do you guys got going on this quarter with your charity stuff?
2 things actually.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
You want to talk on it?
All right.
I got a minute and a half.
All right.
So one place that we're always working with is South Suburban Humane Society.
Yep, I've gone out with you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, we do 1 or 2 events a year with them. Every inspection that we do, we always peel a little bit off the top for them, and then we just kind of give it to them at the end of the year. So
Very cool.
everybody that works with us is helping them too.
Very
and then
cool.
what is the place that we just hooked up with, the shelter?
Oh, Daybreak.
Daybreak.
Yeah. So
Very good shelter. Yeah.
Daybreak Shelter in Joliet. We run a repurse program, is what it's called. So it's repurposing old bags. So it's not just purses, but backpacks, diaper bags, pretty much any kind of bag. And we're also collecting non-perishable snacks, bottles of water, hygiene products, for both men and women and children too. And we are going to coordinate with Daybreak and go at least once a month is my goal to bring these bags in and distribute them to people that are in need.
You guys are
Because they
awesome.
said that's one thing that they have a calling for, surprisingly, is backpacks, right? I mean, I think the homeless population, they pretty much live out of their bags.
Yeah.
So,
And we're in the community. We want to do some good, and we can do a lot more good with all of your help than we
Yes.
can by ourselves.
Yep.
yes. Yeah.
So
it
that's-
definitely is easier to have help.
On Target Home Inspection, 708-274-7279. They do home inspections also, folks. So if you are buying a house, you definitely give them a call or go to ontargethomeinspection.com. And if I'm correct, On Target Home Inspection, you guys do have an ability for people to donate to your charitable right there.
So they can do it through that, or they can go to otgives.com. And that's our charity page specifically.
Very cool. All right, that wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, talking about your largest investment, your home, at getrealwitheddie.com.
Thanks for listening. Eddie Ruettiger is the designated managing broker and owner of Exit Real Estate Specialists, located at 2750 Caton Farm Road, Joliet. License number 481014247. For questions, call Eddie at 815-823-5478.